Y'all, so this woman posted TikTok keeps showing me these videos. I guess because I keep saving them to make YouTube videos about, so TikTok sees I'm engaging with them in that capacity. And I be commenting on them. I'll be like, you're a Caucasian. Like, hold up, what, right? So anyway, TikTok keeps showing me these, because the algorithm takes into consideration what you interact with. Okay, so this woman... Y'all, there's this trend on TikTok that be like, oh, something I'm not afraid to admit as blah, 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 or something I am afraid to admit as blah, 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 right? So this woman posted talking about something she not afraid to admit as a black woman. Yo, what? Like, what? Like, I'm in the Twilight Zone, I swear. Chile. I was like, I know my eyes must be deceiving me, right? So I was like, okay, let me go look at like another video or whatever of her, because maybe the lighting is off, like maybe it's just like this particular angle, you know what I'm saying? Y'all, look at this video. Is this not just a white woman with lip injections? Like, am I tripping or like what?
It's like, it's giving mother. It's giving mother, but like mother. Yeah.
Now, let me show y'all a second video where she got like some faux locks in her head. I can't really tell if they butterfly locks or just Grinch fingers or what. But now look at this video where, again, she has these faux locks, because I feel like in this video, she looks a bit more racially ambiguous because of the hairstyle.
Yes.
Now, y'all, I think I sound a little crazy recording this, and to be fair, I did take an edible. So if you listening to this and you like, yo, what? I do apologize. But let's discuss this, because I actually recently made a video about this same exact topic. Like I said, TikTok keeps showing me these videos, right? So I'm gonna put the link to the video that I'm talking about up here, right? But in that other video that I'm referring to, it was a straight up white woman, okay? She looked like a white woman with braids and with her straight hair, right? And she said, oh, something I'm not afraid to admit as a mixed woman. Then she said, I'm still black. Argue with my pappy book. Like, she meant to say Buki, but anyway, right? But my point is this. The woman in that other video, like I said, she was straight white with whatever hairstyle. Like, even with the box braids, she just looked like a white girl with box braids, right? Now, on the other hand, this woman that I'm replying to in this video, with the Grinch finger faux locks, she looks like a little bit ambiguous. It's like, oh, maybe she is biracial, right? But this is the point that I'm getting to. That white woman in the other video said, oh, I'm not afraid to admit this as a mixed woman. And then she said, yeah, I'm black, right? And then the mixed woman, I'm assuming, because like I said, she looks ambiguous with the dreads, right? The mixed woman in this video said, yeah, I'm not afraid to say this as a black woman, right? And this brings up my point about how white people are the new mixed people and mixed people are the new black people. Literally, go click on the video that I'm talking about. Please go look at that woman. She was straight up white. Like, there was no ambiguity even with the, the box braids, right? And she still said, yeah, as a mixed woman, I'm black, right? She stepped right into mixedness and then, stepped over to black, right? And then this woman in this video, who again, I'm assuming is mixed because she looks a little ambiguous with the, the dreadlocks, she just, jumped right over to, oh, I'm black. She didn't even mention, yeah, I'm mixed, whatever. And it's just so interesting, again, seeing this shift in the concept of blackness. And you want to know something that's very funny? I want to point out something specifically as a black American, okay? Now, this conversation that I'm having is not unique to black Americans. There are biracials whose, half black side is African and Caribbean. They do the same thing, right? And there are white people who are laying claim to blackness via having whatever, grandparent or great-grandparent, not necessarily a black American, grandparent or great-grandparent, maybe, Caribbean or African person, right? But this is my thing that I want to talk about specifically as a black American, right? Whenever I have these conversations, people will accuse me of being an immigrant, right? Now, first of all, people cannot get their story straight. Folks can't, come to a consensus about whether I am an immigrant, like I moved here, or if my parents are immigrants, right? Like my parents moved here from wherever and then had me in America, right? Folks can't make up their mind, right? But the point is, they immediately take this stance of, oh, you must not be Black American because Black Americans come in, so many different diverse phenotypes and blah, 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 and so and so and so, right? So they say you must be an African or a Caribbean, you must come from a country that is more homogenous, right? And I think that's so peculiar because this is my thing, first of all, okay? So I grew up in Detroit. I went to Detroit public schools, right? And we all know that until recently, Detroit was like the blackest city in America, okay? And even today, it's very much so predominantly Black, even with the gentrification and colonization currently occurring, okay? If you go to Detroit and go anywhere or go into Detroit public schools and look in a classroom, 98% of the children are going to look like me. Again, about 98% of the children are going to look like me. They're going to have a dark brown skin tone, kinky hair, features similar to mine, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? Then the other 2% of the kids are going to be like lighter skinned kids, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some mixed kids, whatever, right? But my point is this. When you go into the Black American community, this phenotypic diversity that y'all push on the internet really don't exist like that for real. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't exist at all, because like I said, there's going to be a couple light-skinned people in the classroom, but the vast majority of Black Americans look like me. Okay, now y'all done got on the internet and made some shit up, and I understand that the media portrayal of Black Americans plays into this, because when you look in the media, the people playing Black Americans on TV are like all mixed up and they don't even look Black no more. Look at Steph Curry. That's your representation of a Black person, right? So again, I understand that the media definitely alters people's perception of Black Americans. What is so hilarious though, right? When I make a video like this and I point out the fact that somebody who is white or off-white, okay, because like the woman in the first video was Caucasian, this woman in the second video, it's like, oh, you're a little Caucasian or whatnot, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, when I make a video like this pointing out that these people indeed are not Black, people will come to the comments and they will say to me, oh, Black Americans are phenotypically diverse, we come in a variety of shades and all of this stuff and yada yada yada, so and so and so, and then they say that is why these two women are Black American, right? But then they will say to me, these will be the exact same people, I promise you, right? They will say, you must not be Black American. And matter of fact, look at the way that you look. You look like a Nigerian immigrant, so you must be Nigerian. And then it makes me think, wait, so hold up. So Black Americans are phenotypically diverse when it comes to accepting white people and white adjacent people as Black Americans, right? But the phenotypic diversity disappears when it comes to a Black American like me who actually looks Black. Like, huh? The hoops that a lot of people jump through when it comes to this topic really tells you a lot about what they thinking. You know what I'm saying? It really tells you a whole lot, because it's like, you telling me that Black American phenotypes are diverse when the Black American is white, but when the Black American look too Black, then suddenly, oh no, you can't be Black American. Like, huh? Like, what? That don't make no sense to me, right? But you got to get to the root cause of the issue. We all know that we live in a very anti-Black world. We all know that there is a Eurocentric standard of beauty in this world, which is oxymoronic as hell, because Europe, beautiful, huh? Like, what? But anyway, that's not even a point, right? We all know this. So we know that there are a lot of Black people with a lot of inferiority complexes, because the world is constantly telling us as Black people that everything about us is inferior. So it's not surprising that there are Black people who have these complexes, right? And you have to realize that's where this comes from. That's why these people are so pressed to embrace literal white people as Black, but will tell an actual Black person that we can't be part of them. Like, yo, what? Now, let me be fair and take a moment to make a distinction, because I've told you guys on, multiple accounts about multiple different things. Some of this stuff just doesn't exist in real life, right? So in real life, Black Americans don't act like this, okay? I've never had a Black American in real life be like, oh, you must be an immigrant with that line of thinking. Like, that's just not a thing in real life. And mind you, I have had conversations like this with Black Americans in the real world, right? And we have disagreed about this. There are plenty of Black Americans in real life who will be like, oh yeah, Obama is Black and Zendaya is Black, so and so and so. That mentality exists in real life, right? But this idea of, oh, Flower Tower must be an immigrant, that don't even, like, that's not a thing in real life, bro. Like, and I don't know if it's because in real life, Black Americans don't think about Africans and Caribbeans. Like, nobody has immigrants on their mind in real life. I'm sorry. And I'm not trying to cast shade or throw shots or nothing. But the reality is Black Americans don't focus on Africans and Caribbeans in the way that they focus on us. Like, it's just not a thing. Because, part of it is because, y'all watch our movies on TV. We don't watch y'all movies on TV. Y'all listen to our music. We don't listen to y'all music, right? So you guys have us on your mind in a way that we don't have y'all on our mind. So maybe that's why Black Americans in real life are not saying this, but I just thought I would point it out because, again, I be telling y'all some of this stuff that happened on the internet, it's just not a thing in reality. Now, let's get back to that caption on the second video that I said we were going to discuss, right? So she's talking about, when the guy who probably doesn't even like Black girls finally snaps me back after leaving me on the liver for 18 hours. Something don't sit right in my spirit about a non-Black woman masquerading as a Black woman and posting something this fucking pathetic. Like, I don't like this at all. It's kind of like, okay, if I want to choose to make myself look bad, then that's one thing. But you don't have the right to make me look bad. Make your own damn self look bad. Like, what? Like, just think about your real life for a second. Say something happens, you have a choice in what you're going to do in response to it, right? Okay, and maybe you choose something that makes you look bad. All right, but that was your choice. That was your choice you made. And okay, you ended up looking bad, but that was you making you look bad, right? Imagine somebody else makes a choice and then they blame you. They like, oh yeah, I only did it because so and so and so. Your choice makes you look bad, not me. How you gonna do some shit and then try to pin it on me? Like, the fact that this woman is not Black and she posted this thirsty, pathetic ass shit talking about she's a Black woman, I don't like that at all. It's messed up. And it's messed up in either direction. It's messed up when it's something negative like this, but it's also messed up when it's something positive. Like, for example, I don't think I ever made a video about this. I don't know, because I be saving so much stuff intending to make videos, and I be so busy that half the time I don't, right? But there was this woman who was clearly not Black. She looked like a mestiza Latina or something, right? And she posted like, like when I get discouraged in school, I just remember that only 2% of social workers are Black women, or 2% of therapists are Black women, right? And I was like, how does that motivate you? Because, girl, you're not Black. Like, what do you mean, right? And it's just messed up because it's like, I bet your goofy ass got into school with some scholarship for Black people going into therapy or social work or whatever, right? You taking up space that you don't need to be taken up. Like, you sitting here sharing this statistic, only 2% of social workers are, I forget if she said Black women or Black period. I think she said Black, right? So you sharing this statistic, only 2% of social workers are Black. And you think that you, being a non-Black person pretending to be Black, is somehow going to help that statistic out, when actually you just actively harmed the Black community. Because now these schools can say, oh, well, look, we had one Black person here. That was our diversity applicant, so and so and so. But actually still no Black people are in the fucking program. It's messed up, bro, because it's like there's already so little space for Black people. And it is not helped by the fact that non-Black people pretending to be Black are taking up the little fucking space that is set aside for Black people. Like, I went to graduate school, y'all thought undergrad was bad. When I tell you I went to graduate school, it wasn't no Black people. At least maybe, during undergrad, you see another nigga in the hallway or something. Grad school, baby, you're all on your own, right? There is already so few of us in these spaces. And you telling me non-Black people are going to be in our spaces talking about, yeah, I'm Black too. Let me get that Black scholarship, my homie. Like, yo, I can't, bro. And you know, I have to hold black people accountable for our role in this shit. And I say our very lightly. I should have said y'all role in this shit, because y'all are the reason these people feel so comfortable doing this. The fact that y'all niggas walk around talking about, ooh, it's diverse, anybody can be black, is the reason these people feel so comfortable taking all of our spaces and all of our identity. Every time you goofy ass bitches embrace a non-black person as black, an angel dies and a pigeon is born, bitch. Like, what is wrong with y'all? I really don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get why you would do that. Like, you know good and well these non-black people are not black. So why are you sitting here pretending that they are? But again, we have to get back to that inferiority complex that a lot of black people feel. A lot of black people's ultimate goal is to be around white people in whatever capacity. It's proximity to whiteness, right? So they are ecstatic to have white people, and non-black people, period. Let me be clear. I'm not just talking about white people, right? They are ecstatic to have non-black people in their presence, in their community, etc., etc., etc. And that shit is simply backfiring.